This Civic Media podcast is sponsored by UW Organ and Tissue Donation. Organ donations are desperately needed, and now is the right time to become an organ donor. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. Go to heroicdeed.com.
This is your WMDX Daily News Roundup for Mad Radio 92.7 FM and 1580 AM in Madison.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Dane County is in shock and in mourning after Monday's school shooting, and it's going to be a long road. There's a growing memorial outside the Abundant Life Christian School, and there was a big vigil last night outside the state capitol. Everybody hopes this won't happen to your community. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway.
Whatever your belief or tradition is, I would ask that you find a way today, tomorrow, in the coming weeks, months, and years, to be kind, to give grace, and to find ways, big or small, to help make our community a safer place for all of our children.
Yesterday, schools all over the Madison Metropolitan School District were swatted and had to go on soft lockdown again.
Students and educators across the city who woke up this morning and went into a school building not knowing if they would come home tonight.
Now leaders are calling for change. County Executive Melissa Agard.
Gun violence is the number one killer of children in this country. That's a legacy we cannot accept. We cannot accept that. Part of the reason I feel so pained by this tragedy is that mass shootings feel like something that's ominous and hovering, and we're all wondering where and when the next one is going to occur.
There have been more than 80 school shootings in America this year, including Monday's here in Madison. After every one of these tragedies, people ask, how do we stop this? Vice President Kamala Harris.
As we hold our loved ones close this holiday season, we as a nation must renew our commitment to end the horror of gun violence, both mass shootings and everyday gun violence that touches so many communities in our nation.
According to the Gun Violence Archive, the number of kids who have died by gun violence has almost doubled in the last decade.
And I want you all to know, and people across our community, that their feelings are valid and they are not alone. Seeking support, talking to someone you trust, simply admitting that you're not okay is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. And whether you're feeling hopeless or scared or just not quite yourself, know that there are resources here in Dane County and in our community that will be here and continue to be here to support you in order to help people move forward through the healing process.
Now, officials want to remind people that Dane County has its Behavioral Health Resource Center available to anyone who needs help. You can look it up, Dane County Behavioral Resource Center. They can connect you to mental health services. Now, they're not there for crisis care. That's a call to the Lifeline at 988. Meanwhile, the city of Madison has set up a new webpage as a resource hub. It has where to go for mental health care. It has a link to donate to the Recovery Fund and any planned vigils or community events. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says it has resources for everybody, but of course they're reaching out directly and have targeted services for survivors and family members.
The City of Madison is working closely with Dane County, with community partners, with state and federal government resources to provide support and counseling to all those affected.
You can find that at cityofmadison.com/resources. Meanwhile, the United Way of Dane County has started a support fund where people can donate. All the money raised will go to the Abundant Life Christian School community, including the families impacted. The school principal says he's overwhelmed by the kindness of Dane County, and their first step will be to figure out what's needed, and then they'll create a transparent process to distribute the money raised. We have a link at civicmedia.us. And Wisconsin is using hundreds of millions of dollars to clean our water systems. That includes here in Dane County. Here's Derek Tritz.
$444 million has been allocated to cleaning up Wisconsin water systems in 50 municipalities across the state. The announcement came Thursday from Governor Tony Evers and the Wisconsin DNR. The money was allocated through the Clean Water Fund Program, or CWFP for short, alongside help from the Biden-Harris administration. The The CWFP has been administered since 1991 and has provided $6.1 billion in financial assistance for water-related infrastructure throughout Wisconsin. In this round of funding, $339.9 million will be allocated in subsidized loans, while $44.1 million will be allocated in principal forgiveness funding. Principal forgiveness funding functions similar to a grant, as the receiving municipality will not have to repay those funds. Despite the large sum of money being allocated, this is the first time in CWFP history that loan demand has exceeded capacity, reaching more than $535 million. This means that not all applicants can currently be allocated funding. However, additional funding will be allocated to unfunded projects if it becomes available.
Now, this money will pay for projects across the county, including in Black Earth, Madison, Oregon, Rockdale, Sun Prairie, and Windsor. So many of us have special traditions this time of year. Well, how about a new one that could save lives? Here's Lisa Hale.
The American Red Cross encourages people to create a new holiday tradition, giving blood or platelets. Rebecca Rockhill, Northeast Wisconsin Executive Director.
We can give a gift to a person who is fighting cancer, or a newborn who's needing blood, someone who may be going through a sickle cell crisis. Giving gifts and saving lives as a family together. What a great tradition to start.
You can schedule your appointment to give blood by calling the Red Cross, using the Red Cross Donor app, or visiting redcrossblood.org.
The Bucks win the NBA Cup. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks, with a strong second half, beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by 16 points. The final 97-81. Bucks owner Wes Edens was there in Las Vegas with the team to accept the NBA Cup trophy.
It is so sweet. It's so great to be here. You know, last year it all happened kind of fast. We were very happy to be here. This year when they came in, they were here to do the business, finish the job, and they did it tonight.
Giannis blocking shots, passing the ball, finished with 26 points, and named the tournament's MVP.
We came out in the third quarter, we set the tone, we played great team basketball, we were moving the ball, guys were making shots, but most importantly, we were competing defensively. The team scored only 14 points. That's who we are. We are going to improve, and we're going to stay like team because job is not done.
College football, more players leaving the Wisconsin Badgers football team. Will Pauling, their top receiver this year, announcing he's entering the transfer portal, and Badgers receiver C.J. Williams also leaving Wisconsin. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Although fans may have been disappointed with the supposed finale of Yellowstone, the show did draw good viewership. Variety reports that Yellowstone pulled in 11.5 million viewers for the series finale, making it the most watched episode in series history, according to the Paramount Network. The network reported that the season 5 premiere pulled in 16.5 million viewers, but across multiple platforms. Either way, the numbers suggest many more spin-offs. The Boys has started shooting season 5 and promises more outrageous plot lines and behavior. Series creator and executive producer Eric Kripke says that main character Homelander, played by Anthony Starr, will be all trauma, and that the character might also get a spin-off series. This will be the final season of The Boys, and if you're interested in seeing what you've been missing, check out the previous 4 seasons on Amazon Prime and prepare for a wild ride. If you're looking for a new show to binge, here's one of Pete's picks. I highly recommend The Day of the Jackal on Peacock. I just finished the series, and it didn't disappoint. The show stars Eddie Redmayne as the Jackal and Lashana Lynch as a detective chasing him across Europe. The show does not conform to stereotypical norms when it comes to likability for its characters, which is refreshing. Both lead characters are interesting, and the first season ends unapologetically and a bit shockingly. The table is set perfectly for season 2. Highly recommend. Even though Wicked is still in theaters and will continue raking in the big bucks through the holidays, there is already buzz about Wicked 2 and its title. The sequel has been named Wicked for Good. The title was revealed by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, who spilled the beans on their social media platforms. The film has already been shot, but Wicked fans will have to pace themselves. It doesn't open in theaters until next November. If you're a fan of the shows Baby Reindeer or Stranger Things, you might be interested in a new show that is being developed at Netflix. The Duffer Brothers, who created Stranger Things, and Veronica Tofilska, who created Baby Reindeer, are teaming up for a new show called Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. The episodic horror series will star Camilla Morrone and Adam DeMarco. If you're looking for a can't-miss film to watch over the holidays, it's probably not Netflix's new Carry On. Having said that, it is available from the comfort of your chair and is nonstop. If you can look past some plot logic, you'll probably be entertained, as there is good action and it does move along nicely. The film film stars Taron Egerton as a TSA agent who is being controlled by a terrorist organization led by Jason Bateman, who gets to show his incredible range as an actor. The film Carry On got an 80% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but only 60% of audiences liked it. I am definitely in the 40%, but check it out for yourself. Good premise, not so great execution. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We have some snow on the way tomorrow through tomorrow night, around 2 to 3 inches of accumulation possible by the time it winds down late on Thursday night. Today, though, partly cloudy, 29. Tonight, clouds will increase 18 with snow tomorrow and a high in the upper 20s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Currently, it's 28.
That's your WMDX Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at mad.radio. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.